Okay. Let's see what our opponent does. Alright, Meowscarada. Guess he goes for a knockoff here. So Zoroark is dead. Trying to see what Dragalge can do for us. Which time do we have? We have 40 seconds. So he beats Slitherwing. He does not beat Armarouge. Loses to Dragonite. Loses to Meowscarada. Doesn't do much for us, so I'm just gonna let him take it. Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe we can live this? Oh no, probably not. The choice band? Yeah, hell no. I do think it's probably choice band considering he didn't lead off with it. So Meowscarada is very fast and knockoff is very annoying. I think Gren is our only good switch in. Yeah, I'm really banking on him being choice banned. This could go really bad for us. Meowscarada kind of cooks us, so yeah. So he is choice banned. That's good to know. CB. Gonna write that here. Alright, he's gonna take an Ice Beam. And he's gonna hit us with a first impression, I'm pretty sure. A bit more chip is nice. First impression is gonna come our way. Is Glimmora really worth keeping? That's what I'm asking myself here. I don't think Glimmora outspeeds Armarouge if he's not Choice Scarf. I think he could be Choice Scarf. Does he beat Glimmora? Does he beat Slitherwing? Not really. Beats? No, he doesn't beat. He doesn't beat anyone actually, so pretty much gonna swap him in and sack him off here. Unfortunately, this is a tough game. But once our weather comes in, it should be looking better. We just gotta get some chip on Dragonite, and it should be pretty easy. So he withdraws. In comes Armarouge. So I'll try to find out if he is Choice Scarf. We are naturally faster, so I'm curious to see if we can actually hurt this guy. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we are faster, so let's see how much this does. We actually one-hit KO, which is amazing. It's a critical hit. My bad. I think we would have done like 90% regardless. At least. Yeah, because we're maximum investment. 252 EVs. In comes Meowscarada. Let's see what he locks himself into. Alright, so he goes for Flower Trick. So he's choice banded. We get one T-Spike. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for Make It Rain, to be honest with you. I mean, Flower Trick's not gonna knock us out. I'm fairly confident he's choice banned. I am quite confident. Yeah, so let's see what he brings in. Probably Corviknight. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're gonna use this opportunity to get up our weather, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, so it's probably gonna U-turn. Actually, maybe I do like Greninja here. We're gonna take a lot from the U-turn, but it's fine, I guess. Because we do want to hit Dragonite if possible. Um, no, actually, I don't want to lose to Meowscarada. Let's try to overwhelm him with this rain. Let's see how he reacts. Alright, so that's fine. I'm actually not sure if you can underspeed this guy, but I'm gonna try to bring in our guy as soon as possible. What's his name? Floatzel. See how he reacts, you know? Okay, he's gonna Terastallize. Let's see. Terra Water. Okay, that's really bad for us, but honestly, he doesn't realize one thing, and that is the fact that I am that guy, so I'm still gonna click Wave Crash like an absolute demon. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll postpone on being that guy for a couple turns at least, because he's now a certain type that I can take advantage of. Hopefully he doesn't predict this, because this is gonna sting. Oh man, that's rough. Damn. Alright, that's tough. So I guess it's been what, like 3 turns with the rain? Yeah, so we don't have that many rain turns left. This Slytherin is a thorn on our side, dude. I'm gonna predict the first impression. Okay. Whatever. Now, he hasn't shown Sucker Punch on his Meowscarada, but he probably has it. Let's not kid ourselves here. Yeah, so I don't think we've shown that we're Choice Scarf either. So because if Sucker Punch comes, I'm gonna switch. I think he's gonna use Sucker Punch. I'm gonna predict it. It doesn't happen all too often, but I think it's gonna happen. Yep, okay. Good prediction on our part. So now we can comfortably go for a move. We could even go for spikes if we want to. They have the Corviknight Water in the back that they're afraid to switch into. They could switch into Slitherwing. But, yeah, they're definitely Choice Banded, so they're gonna switch for sure. Slitherwing would be a problem, so I'm just gonna click Surf on a potential Slitherwing. He brings in Corviknight, which is okay. Okay, it's fine. I'm not sure what he's thinking, but I do believe he's gonna stay in. So I'm just gonna click Terra Blast here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how much damage this does. Please, please kill him. There we go. Corviknight is out of here. Alright. So our opponent has 3 Pokemon left. Okay, I wonder what he goes for here. Probably knock off. I'm just gonna try to kill it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, let's see. Oh, that just one hit KO'd. That's pretty crazy, dude. Yeah, I wasn't gonna switch into that regardless. Did the rain stop? The rain, okay, the rain has stopped, so that is amazing for us. I'm gonna reset the rain here. That's perfect for us, honestly. Dragonite's the only problem still. Yeah, Hurricane pretty much messes with everything. I'm just gonna click Hurricane. U-turn could also be good. U-turn is nice. But I'm just gonna click Hurricane here. I think it's about time we let Pelipper take a good long rest. Alright, so not quite dead. Alright, so he's locked into knockoff. Choice band to knockoff. We can kill him with the Shadow Ball. And then we can pretty much hurt everyone. So it's been one turn on Rain. Yeah, I hope this should kill. This should kill. I'm sure this should kill. If he switches out, that's just good for us. Like, he has to find a way to kill this thing. That's on him. Yeah, our opponent is pretty good. But luckily, you know, once I figured out his sets, kind of helped us there. Yeah, it's probably going to be heavy duty boots or whatever, so nice to get some chip off on this, break the multi-scale. Should be good. That's 2 turns of Rain. 2 turns out of potentially, like, I'm going to guess 6 turns of Rain we got, so I'm going to click the move again, see what he does. If he goes for Dragon Dance, like, 3 times, yeah, he can't even do that, so yeah, this should be our win. I don't think Slitherband is choice banded. Slitherwing, sorry. Let's see. Alright, so oops. So water is the optimal strategy here. Aqua Jet. Okay, does First Impression beat Aqua Jet? Doesn't matter, they have Sucker Punch. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna Wave Crash, I'm gonna Liquidation. Okay, that's really bad for us. Luckily, it doesn't do that much damage. Yeah, okay, we actually lost, I guess. Because Bandit Sucker Punch is crazy. Aw, dude. I wish we could have killed the Meowscarada. That's like one regret I have. Aw, man. Alright, good games, dude. Alright, so it looks like we found an opponent. Let's head into our second battle. Alright, so it looks like we got a Kingambit, a Corviknight, Valiant, the Knackle, Stackle, whatever, Walking Wake, and Zorwork. Just gonna get it down here. So I always forget the names of the Pokemon while I'm streaming. Alright, so I'm trying to see if anything prevents us from leading Glimora. No, Glimora seems like a decent lead. Corviknight would be annoying, but I'd just switch out, to be honest. Uh, yeah, Corviknights would be a problem, for sure. Zoroark is whatever. It's a problem as well, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna lead Glimora. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I have 10 seconds, I'm gonna do something else. Because I do think he's gonna lead Zoroark. I think he's gonna prevent us from effectively getting our rocks up. So I want to do it later on in the game, hopefully around the midpoint, something like that. Because I really want those rocks. Rocks and spikes. What the heck? That's a very weird lead. Honestly, if this is the Gambit, I don't mind tricking it. But something is telling me that this is not the Gambit, this is actually the Zoroark. I think this is the Zoroark, dude. I'm gonna click Shadow Ball. Let's see what happens. He didn't go for Sucker Punch. Okay, so this is actually the Gambit. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. Damn. Gambit was a really good lead for him. So we're gonna go Dragalge because that's like a good check, I would say. So is Glimora. Glimora is also a good check. Earth Power is nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it here. Try to get some damage off on this thing. He could go to Corviknight. I'm just gonna click Earth Power. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we have a Focus Sash, so it should be fine. And here comes the spikes. I'm gonna go for the second Earth Power. Aw, man, I should have gone for Stealth Rocks. Whatever. Alright, now we pretty much have to go with Greninja and troll this guy. Losing to a Pokemon is really bad, but Kingambit is a demon, and honestly if we kill this it opens up Floatzel, so it's not completely a lost cause. Yeah, he's gonna Sucker Punch, so I'm gonna click Spikes first. Try to get in his head. So, 2 layers of T-Spikes and 1 Spike. Pretty good. I think he's gonna Kowtow Cleave, so I'm just gonna click Surf. Yeah. So good predictions there. Got our hazards up. If Corviknight comes in, it's pretty annoying, but we can damage him with Greninja. Yeah, this team has done me pretty well, but there's a lot of new counters like Walking Wake and Kingambit that really disturb this team. So it's pretty hard to really, you know, be consistent every game. I'm 1400s on the Smogon ladder. So yeah, it is what it is. I think he's gonna drop a Draco or something here, looks like. Dragon Pulse or a Draco Meteor. We can't really afford to switch, we don't have many Pokemon and they're all important, so I'm gonna stay in. Try to get some damage off on this thing. Is another Spike worth it? It's probably worth it. But honestly, like, we need to start killing this Pokemon because we're behind. Terra Grass is not it. Just gonna Ice Beam here. Oh, it was actually Zoroark. Alright, cool. So I think we're water type right now from protein, so just keeping that in mind. Alright, this guy came in like he's scarfed for sure, so I think he's gonna scarf and he's gonna click Thunderbolt, which we can't do much about, unfortunately. That's really bad for us. Yikes. Yeah, so if he is scarfed, that's good. We can get resist with the Dragalge. Hopefully Dragalge can start putting in some work for us. Focus Blast. That's gonna do a lot of damage. No? Okay, yeah, my bad. We are poison type, I forgot about that, so that's good. Hopefully he doesn't click a poison type move now, or a psychic type move. So, which one of his Pokemon died? Forgot. Yeah, the Gambit finally died, so that's out. Walking Wake did not come out. Zoroark is on 40. Valiant is on like 70%. Okay, so what do we want to click here? Sludge Bomb is fine, I guess. Okay, please don't bring in Corviknight. Oh god. It's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I was greedy. I went for the stab, adaptability, poison type move, so. It's not gonna do that much damage. Just need to get some chip on this guy. Okay, that's not much chip at all. And he has leftovers. I'm gonna try to switch to Pelipper here. Trying to run our grand plan. I'm gonna try to kill this guy because I think he's slower than us. So we don't want Floatzel to take the hit. Oh, okay. Probably should have switched then. Okay, decent damage. So he is actually faster than us, I guess. Oh, or not. Hold on. Try this again. Oh, he is faster than us. So we're just gonna U-turn out on this turn. And I'm gonna go for a Wave Crash after this, actually. He's very lucky to live that, honestly. That's 2 turns in rain. We're gonna U-turn out to Floatzel. That's 2 turns in rain. We have about 4 more turns. Here comes our boy Riptide. So, Walking Wake coming in would be a big problem. I'm gonna go for Ice Spinner on that guy. Or what else can we do? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we gotta do here. Dude, why would you not switch out? This guy does not respect Floatzel at all. Wow, dude. Okay, that's how it is. Yeah, he doesn't respect that fact that I could have killed him there, so it is what it is. This guy really likes to sit back, you know, unaware of any threats coming his way, so I'm gonna keep that in mind for the remainder of the game. Either that or he doesn't really value his Corviknight, which would be a mistake. Yeah, hopefully this should kill. Let's Greninja. Come on, dude. Oh my god. Alright, I think we have like one more turn of rain. We might try to wave crash on a crit here. Or we could try to knock off his leftovers. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Because honestly, like, he should have died a long time ago. Wow, he goes for Brave Bird. I was sure he would roost here. Yeah, so we actually can't have him kill us. That's very bad. Because we need our rain back. I'm gonna go to Dragalge here. Okay. I'm gonna click Hydro Pump. That is what it is. Now here, I think there's only one thing to do. That is to Terra Water and just hope for the best. Because Ice Spinner's not gonna kill Knackle Stack or whatever. Garganackle. I think we probably lose to his Walking Wake. But this is literally the way, like the only possible way we could maybe win. We do have some hazards on our side. Hopefully he has some troll set on his Walking Wake. Yeah, that's not gonna help you, buddy. This guy's dead. We are gonna take some chip from Crash, but whatever. Let's see his Terra. Okay, that's really bad. Yeah, I think a mixture of this team not being good enough and him making some very like non-committal plays when we were trying to really over-predict. I think that really made it difficult. And protect. Wow, this guy loves to sit back, huh? So when someone brings a defensive team, I'm usually okay, but this guy's a defensive player, and that's very different. So that's one thing I need to learn, is how to play against defensive-minded players, because they'll always use the most safest option instead of the casual switches. Alright, so we're gonna end it there. We couldn't get any wins, but we did learn a lot. I don't think I'm gonna use this team for much longer because the meta is really changing and Walking Wake is on every team. I made this team before Walking Wake existed, so back then it was really good. But now that the meta is kind of changing, I don't think this is the right team, so I'm gonna get to team building. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.